Hey everyone, this is Jake, and today in this video we'll go through the developer notes and I'll just summarize as much as possible, and mainly it's about T7 Gears. They have some Yumina's new details and new looks for her rearm status, but that's not really important I think for this video. I think this video or this developer note is strictly about T7 Gears and they just have tons of details. So I'll go through much as I can and I'll try to explain much as I can. Of course, when the system comes out within the actual game, then I'll actually have to try it out and grind out to see how it really feels to give a final judgment. But this is basically my early impression of what I see their developer notes, and we'll see how things will turn out when it comes to the game. But yeah, let's go through this T7 update. The first thing they stated is they are buffing some of the flat stats. So for example, Mei's hands used to have 129 flat attack as well as a 229 if you upgrade to plus 10. After this patch arrives, base stats will change into 206, and when you upgrade up to 10, it will go up to 356. So you're getting some additional boosts as well as the cases. It was 188 when you plus 10 it, and after the patch, that 10 plus 10 Mei's case will turn into 3494, so that is like 1600 HP stat boost. I think within PvE it will make some changes for sure, but within PvP they said it's not gonna matter that much. Like you maybe get like 13 attack points or the 160 HP base stats upgrade, because you only get the 10% stats from those what is it called within the gauntlet. So I guess it's not a crazy big deal, but we'll see. So that's the first changing they're adding, and they're also adding some of the flat stat boost as well, which I don't think is that much a big deal. And the next thing they're adding is the new upgrade system for your T6 gears. And they have this UI for the upgrade facility section. Now you have this upgrade machine right there. And to upgrade your gears from T6 to T7, you need to upgrade your gears up to plus 10, then you have to tune your gears to 100%. So you have to 100% your gears tuning rates as well as upgrade your gears to plus 10. So if you have perfect Mei's gear and plus 10, then you're ready to upgrade it. And to upgrade this gears, you need 3 million credits, and you need this new weapon parts. You need 200 of these, which you can convert the high grade one, 3 of them and a single ticket, to turn into one. So if you need 200 of those, that means you need 600 of these weapon parts to get the 200 of them. And also the last stages, which will drop from the new equipment farming dungeons, you need 400 of these crystals, keys, or like the watch case parts, and each parts will need different ones. So to upgrade your weapons, you need this key looking things, and to upgrade a watch case, you need this watch parts looking thing, and to upgrade the sub equipments, you need this crystal parts, and each will need 400. So for example, if I want to upgrade my Mei's hand plus 10, I need 3 million credits, 200 of these weapon parts, as well as 400 of these keys. And the equipment that you can upgrade is all the Mei's gears, all the Gorgeous parts, as well as the Hummingbird series, as well as the Courage Sincere series that you can buy from the PvP shop in the past couple months, as well as the Challenge gears that you can get from the Challenge Dungeons Act 4, and as well as the Raid gears, that's T6, and lastly the Counter Case gears. I don't think they mentioned the Shadowhold gears here, and I think Shadowhold gears are kind of left behind for now. Maybe when the Shadowhold new act opens up, they probably give some way to upgrade your existing Shadowhold gears, I'm assuming. I don't think they're just going to throw that out, but we'll see how things will turn out. And this is how it's going to work. When you upgrade your gears, all your stats will remain the same. But as you can see from this upgrade status, you can see the Gorgeous movements getting upgraded. It's getting a bit more evasion as the main stats, and you can see the range damage resistance goes up by 1%, as well as anti-ground damage goes up by like 2%ish, I guess. And the set option is HP, so that it remains the same. So a lot of things will stay the same. You just need to spend those materials to upgrade to get a little bit better stats overall, I guess. Alright, so that's how things work out. Pretty simple, right? The next thing we'll talk about is how to acquire T7 gears, and we'll talk about relic gears as well after this. So these are the dungeons that you need to see. Basically, this like the counter case dungeons that you can do within the challenge tab sections. You can either collect the materials to craft it, or you can get it as a drop, which is pretty rare, but we'll see how things will turn out. Basically, you keep running these dungeons to get the gears you want, and you can craft it. And to craft these gears, you need 300,000 credits, and you need 15 of this new weapon parts. Then also need 15 of this upgraded material that you can get from this each dungeon. So these keys, these watch cases, or these crystals, you need 15 of them if you want to craft weapon, case, or the sub equipments. And stage will be having different levels as well. So basic stage 1 will come with level 100, stage 2 will be 110, stage 3 will be 120 level enemies, and stage 4, which is the hardest, will be 130 level enemies. I'll see how hard this will be, but I think this will be very hard. They even say this is very gimmicky based, so you'll probably need certain units or certain tactics if you want to clear really hard dungeons. I'm assuming level 110, maybe 121's gonna be a lot more manageable for people like me, but 130 is probably harder than Evolve 1. We'll see. And like I said, if you clear this dungeon, you can get these materials which you need to craft T7 relic gears, or able to upgrade your existing gears from T6 to T7. Now we talked about those, and finally let's talk about the new relic gears and how this new relic gears works. So that's what it looks like. And to summarize the most I can, is basically this relic gear is a replacement for your maze gears. When you get the basically maximum possible stats within the Sweepy relic gears, it's going to be pretty much identical to maze gears. For example, stats they provided within this image right here, you can get up to 11% skill haste for the main stats, then you can get the 16% anti-ground damage as the second options. And they detail what the T7 maze hand looks like. You can get 16% anti-ground damage as well as 11% skill haste. So it is identical to maze weapons or any other maze gear. So it's not like you're getting a gear that's better than maze gear. You're basically getting additional maze gear at the maximum level. Now the little bit difference is that you can, for the option 2, instead of anti-ground damage, you can have stuff like the tower damage, siege damage, supporter damage, stuff like that, so which maze gear does not have, or even Shadow Hole gears doesn't have that. If you have anti-siege sets with the siege damage on the 4 pieces, you will be doing crazy extra additional damage against siege units. So within Danger Close, certain bosses going to be taking a huge damage from these gears. So I think this is going to be replacing Shadow Hole gear pretty easily if you're lucky and end up getting all this crazy stat boost. And even if you get kind of bad main stats, I think if you can get the, let's say, anti-siege damage 4 stats, that's like 16% times more. So don't know, I think it sounds pretty crazy, but we'll see how things will turn out. So that sounds all good, right? So like, oh my god, you can get additional mage pistol. What's the catch here? Is it that easy? And I really don't think it is. Because, so now we go back to the option 1. The tuning option 1 is actually randomized. When you upgrade to 2, you can actually unlock the main stats, like the following like there's hidden options. So if you get unlucky, I'm assuming, you could not even getting close to 11% skill haste for the main options. You have to upgrade your gear up to 3 times to unlock it. The stat upgrade, kind of like Epic 7 or Genshin Impact's artifact upgrade system, that you probably played these 2 games and probably went through that. So if you get unlucky, you might even end up getting, let's say, I don't know, 5% skill haste instead of 11%, or maybe stuck at 2.2% skill haste or even less, who knows. But I don't think you're going to be getting a maze level gears that easily. Basically, you have to go to a 3 stage of RNG to get the maximum benefit. And I'm not too sure that you can roll this all other additional hidden stats like attack, HP percent, crit damage resistance, and all these different things. But I would love to see how this will turn out. But from what I've seen so far, it's basically just a maze gear that you can farm. And if you get lucky, you just get additional maze gear pieces. And you could try to use it within Danger Close compared to maze gears, because like I said, you have a siege damage, supporter damage, as well as tower damage. But from my impressions, I think this is just maze gears that you can farm. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. I think they pretty much made the UI for the gear system looks like Genshin Impact ones, which is much nicer to look through in my opinion actually, because now you can just click the gears like this and able to see it very clearly. I don't think it was really needed, but I think this is a rather positive change. So it looks pretty nice. So there's that. So T7 Gears, my first impression so far from this developer notes. I think they backpedaled pretty big time. I'm pretty sure the initial plan was to make this Relic Gears much better than Mace Gears, and I was ready to that. And they backpedaled big time to make it like this. So my assumption is that they had a problem with the rearm system. They had a pretty big outrage, so they backpedaled a bit and they lowered the requirement and stops a lot. Like, I thought it would actually cost a lot more to craft the Relic Gears. Now, just like Shadowhold Gears, even though when you craft it, you still can get blue gears, purple gears, and such. So it's not going to be easy to get the best SSR gear drop, and if you even get the best SSR drop, you need to go through some of the RNG aspects to get the best stat possible. So yeah, it's not easy, it really isn't. But I think it is a lot easier to get the mid-range gears now, especially T7 for a lot of new players, because this dungeon opens up after episode 5. So it opens up more possibility for players, and even if you're low level players, you can probably still try to clear, let's say, stage 1, which is level 100 requirements, and able to just clear things and upgrade your base gears that you can buy from PvP shop. So from first impression, I think just gives more ways to farm the gears you want, especially early stage. So I think it will actually help out a lot of newer players. So we'll see how things will work out, but that's the first impression I get. Like I said, when this update actually comes to the server, I'll test it out, I'll farm it out, I'll tell you guys how long it takes, I'll tell you guys how much more damage it actually does on the numbers, which I don't think it's gonna be that much a big deal, but we'll see. But anyways, that is pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. This is Jake. We'll see you guys in my next video.